KPN Trades. Y'all know what time it is today, man. If y'all read what's really going on, man, this strategy is 95% profitable on NASDAQ and US30. The reason I say that, chat, give me a second. Because today what we're about to do, because today what we're about to do, chat, is we're about to go through a selected week that I picked. A previous week, we're going to replay the entire week and see how much money we can make off these trades at the time that I enter the trades, right? So whenever I enter the trade, you feel me, which is around 9:30, we're going to get in the trade actively from a week prior to now. No, we're just picking a random week. Let me take it back. We're picking a random week, and we're going to get in the trade and see how much money we can make off of the strategy that I say is 95% profitable. So that's what we're going to do, man. Give me a second. Let me make sure everything's set up. So that's what we're going to do, man. Give me a second. All right, so that's straight. No, we're just picking a random week. Let me take it. That's straight. All we good. So what we're about to do right now is go ahead and get into it. Trying to wait for some people to get in here, but it'll be all right. We're going to go ahead and just start the trade off right here. So let's get everything cleaned up here. Already they got my setups previous made right here, so we can go ahead and this is a week later right here, so we're going to go ahead and click on this, and we're going to remove all. Remove all of that. Click on this twice, and we're going to remove all. So here, this is what we're going to do, chat, on two contracts, right? On two contract sizes. This is what we're going to do. Hold on, give me a second. So right now on that side, it's 9:29. We're going off a week prior, so what we're going to do is, give me a second. We're going to draw our strategy. I told y'all, find the floor and the ceiling. Right now, our account balance is at $0. As of right now, it's at zero. Our account balance is at $0. Listen to me. If you are new in here, please go and subscribe. If you want to learn how to make money fast and the quick way, and have a secure strategy to beast these markets, be sure to subscribe to KPN Trades, man. We do this every day. We're live Monday through Friday. We practice on the weekend, so we want to go back over what we did for the week, and if not, show you guys how you can get some profits off using this strategy here. We're also live horizontal, so if you want to see the full screen of this, if you're watching vertically right now, just go to the page, man, and go to the second live that's live right now, and you can watch this live. So, but right now we're going to get into this strategy. You want to make sure that y'all can see right here. Make sure that y'all double tap the screen for me. All right, so right now, this is where we're at. I want to zoom in, so we're going to go ahead and do a full screen here. Boom. Get all of that extra mess out the way. And we're going to take live trades, y'all. We're going to take live trades. That's what we're going to do. All right. So we found our floor and our ceiling, and this is based on what we get in and get out at. And then we get in based off the momentum push, right? So boom, we found our ceiling here, which is here, and our floor would be here. This, your ceiling and your floor is support and resistance, right? That's what we're looking for. So this is what we're going to do. Let me draw this out. Here to here. We're going to make them even. Boom. And then I'm going to make this where y'all can see it. I'm going to make it visible. And then what we're going to do is we're going to trade and see how much money we can make off this strategy. This is practice, y'all. We practice, and I just want to show y'all. I'm tripping. I just want to show y'all, that this strategy is profitable. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go in, apply. We're going to make that the way y'all can see it. And we just found our floor and our ceiling based off the setup, right? And there's other ways to get in. There's other strategies, but this strategy works the best to me. I'm not saying all. Make this a little thicker. And this is why we're live. So if you want to learn this strategy, man, come on, man. Register, bro. There we go. All right, chat. So what we do is we finna get in right now. All right. Market hit. It's about to be 9:30. Everything's speeding up pretty fast. And what we want to do is get in when it's time. Whenever we pass a certain area, see how much profit we can make. Boom. It went in for a sell right here. But we got to be careful because we wanted to enter. Let me slow it down just a tad bit. That way it ain't moving too fast. All right, so we want to get in. We want to be secure when we get in there because we want to make profits. Win or lose, we're going to subtract. So boom, market's moving, market's moving. And what we want to do is get in upon the breakout, right? So it's breaking out like it want to sell. But we got to be sure. This is how you real time trade. But we gonna make real time profits. Do me a favor, everybody, double tap the screen. All right, we in for a sale right about now. It wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't let me do it, chat. But this is where you would get in at. This is where you would get in at. I don't know why. It's probably because it's counting the day. I was trying to get in and show you how I can make some real profits. But right here, chat. Right in here, you would have made some money. All right. So why was it rejected though? Let me see, chat. Let me see something. What day was it? I picked a good day. But right there, as you can see, it broke out. You would have made money. I don't know why it's rejecting the order. Let me go back and try something. Hold on. We'll come right back to this. Hold on. Give me a second here. It's the 18th. We're gonna keep it like this because I'm pretty sure I can get in and trade like I want to. Hold on, chat. We're gonna start it from right here. Let's go to this. Boom. And same thing, chat. Same trade. This is what happens when it's live. I'm just showing y'all how profitable y'all could be. You should never really ever lose. You should always be profitable when it comes to doing this. Let me just. Okay, let me get in right here, chat. So we ain't gonna count that. Cool. I know what it was. I put the thing at $0. And what we'll do is we'll exit this position. And we won't count that. But I'm gonna show y'all right quick how much money y'all can make just off of these strategies, man. Right as it break through. This is live. Who we got in the chat? What's going on, Julian? So boom, right there. We're gonna get in here in a second. Like I said, I wanted to slow it down to about 250. I want y'all to kind of get kind of a real feel of it. So boom, as it breaks through, we gotta be safe with it. So boom, as it breaks through, don't show this again. Get in. Just want to show y'all how profitable y'all could be, right? And we're gonna calculate everything we make from this. We got to be precise with it too, because you see how much you can lose for real too. So as we in, boom, right there, we up $500, 1,000. We gonna exit, boom. So now we up 986 is what we made off of the trade on the 18th, right? You should always be profitable. This is profitable 95% of the time. Remember that. All right, cool. So now that we traded for the day, We made it what we want to make. Off the breakout strategy, the floor and the ceiling, boom. We're going to exit out of this. We remember to put in 50, 90, $986 is what we made in total. So what I'm going to do is get out of this, and we're going to go to the next day. We're going to go to the 19th. So right now in total, we got 986, right? So boom. We're going to go to the 19th, 927. We get in around 930-ish if it looks good. So we're going to put 9, we can put 50. 86 was made. So 986 was made off of that trade. And what we're going to do is we're going to go from here. Boom. All right. So now we're on to the next day, right? It's in the morning time. Make sure y'all can see this. Listen. So boom, it's in the morning time. Market's moving pretty heavy. Let me go ahead and pause this before 9:30 hit. All right, so what we looking at? We on a 15-minute chart, right? What are we looking for, chat? What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Our support and resistance, which would be what? Our floor and our ceiling. Our ceiling and our floor. So boom. Check this out. If you bullshitting on the weekend and studying these markets, it's the why you keep fucking losing. You got to go back and see what you did wrong. So, like I say, if you in here now, double tap the screen for me. Boom. We found our floor and our ceiling right here. Boom. We got our ceiling and we need our floor. Now we found our floor. All right, and I'm gonna make it to where y'all can see it. I need to preset these. That's what I need to do. So boom, we got our floor, we got our ceiling and our floor. Shouldn't turn to be here. All we waiting to do is for this to pass a certain area. I'm gonna say it again. All we're waiting for the markets to do is break through a certain area, which would be our floor and our ceiling. Once it breaks through the floor, we get in. Once it breaks through the ceiling, we get in and we get out. All right? You should never, ever not be profitable with this strategy. It is very, very simple. We don't overthink over here. We're not going to overdo it. What up, NC Panther boy? So you want to make money? So right now, chat, we've made $986 off this account, right? $986. So this is what we're going to do. I got to make it to where everybody can see it. Let me zoom in. I like them bars in this shit, bro. Let me go. That's what it is. Full screen. There we go. All right, so everybody make sure y'all can see good. We got to make sure that my demonstration is good over here on the other hand when we live at. So boom, all we wanted to do, chat, is to break through, right? So right now, as of Monday, we at 986. Now we're on a Tuesday. Same method. 9:30 a.m. is when we get in right now. On Tuesday, it's 9:28. These are replays though, chat. This is a different week. What we're doing is picking different weeks, and we're just trading the entire week to see how much we can make within that week. All right. So boom, 986 was made, and if you're trading off a prop firm, that keeps you well intact with what? The 35% consistency rule, right? So boom, we can't make over 1,050 in order to get a payout. Our goal is to make $3,000 while trying to stay in that 35% consistency rule. But check this out. We need 5 profitable days of $150. You got 2 rules. You gotta make sure that you hit the 35% consistency rule and don't go over that while you're trading up to $3,000. And then after that, or before that, however you want to put it, you need 150 profitable days of trading, which you're gonna get that anyway. So We really don't even count that. We just got to stay within the consistency rule. So boom, ceiling, floor. We just wait for the breakout. Either way, right? So here we go. Let's get in the trade. We found our ceiling and our floor. We checked our news. We didn't see any news around this time, which would be on your Forex factory. So boom, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's wait. Turn it down so it can be kind of like realistic trading. And we want to get in. Once it breaks, as we can see, it already broke. But you got to be sure because of what? It can retrace on you, and we don't want it to retrace. All right. So we want to clean what's number. It's not 9:30 yet. It's 9:29 as of right now. We got a few seconds left before 9:30 strike. So we want to be sure when we get in, hey, this is a secure trade. We really want to make money, then get out. So boom, I guarantee you, you won't lose if you listen to me. So boom, right now it's 9:30. As you can see, it's going up like a buy. If it go out and break out of the ceiling, we get in. If it breaks through the floor, we get in. Right? All right, boom, there it is. It's going up, it's going up. So 9:30 is when the most volume is active for NASDAQ and US30. Right? This is where you make your money at. So it's looking like a buy. Boom, we're going to get in for a buy. All right? But you got to be careful because this can happen. See what I'm saying? So right now, chat, we just went up $600. We 780. Let's see if we can push 90. We got to get in and get out here in a second for the retracement happen. But we pushing pretty heavy, so we're going to see if we can get about 9 out of this. It's looking like it want to push, but it don't want to go down. So boom, we went over too much. So 1340. 1340 is what we made. So now we went over the 1,050, but it'll be okay a little bit. Your profit target will go up just a little bit, right? So you got to be careful. So as of right now, our equity is $2,494. Is what we made all together. That's as of Tuesday. We needed to get to $3,000, but we got to stay within the 35% consistency rule. Do you see how much money that you can make too fast, right? But shout out Traderify because they also have a account to where it's no consistency rule. You can make as much as you want to make, right? So this the one that we're trading right now is the one that's funded in one day. I like to trade fast. I like to get in. I like to go ahead and get to the money. That's just me. So as of right now, I'll be damned if somebody will tell me I don't know what I'm doing, right? If you tell me I don't know how to get on these markets and make money, if you're sitting around bullshitting, you're lying because listen, it's breakouts. That's all the fuck we waiting on. So as of Tuesday, we're sitting at almost $2,500. $2,500. This is 95% profitable, and the only reason it's not 100% profitable is because why? We tend to get greedy, guys, and we stay in, right? When we should have got out, when we have made what we made, and look at this, it kept going based off momentum. It's only 9:37 at this point. You're on a 15-minute chart, so there's no way in hell you shouldn't be profitable. Shout out Traderify for having a system to where you can go and replay any week. You can go and pick a week from last year and replay it and just make sure that your strategy works. You can replay the markets and actively get in. This is why I fuck with Tradervate and I fuck with Traderify. I was a big fan of TradingView, but now I'm weighing in on Tradervate and Traderify right now. So right now, as of Tuesday, the second day to start the week off, fuck the conspiracy theories about I'm not trading on Mondays, I'm not trading on Fridays. Those people don't know what the fuck they doing and they scared of the markets. We're not scared. What we're going to do is be smart And we're going to get this strategy down because what? Because why? When I wake up in the morning, I want to make money and move on with my day. Nobody's making 1,000 in a day. Nobody's making 2,000 in a day from going to work a fucking 40-hour job unless you got a big paying salary. So that's just where this shit at. You know what I'm saying? So right now, like I say, on the real account, we almost at a payout. We should be getting paid out no later than Wednesday of next week, right? So right now we're at 24.94. But how much can I make just to secure that 3,000? So now that we went past the 3,000 mark, right? Now they probably gonna want me to make around 4,000, right? So what we'll do is we'll stay under 1,300 for the rest of the week so we can get the payout. Or I might just show y'all, let's treat it like it's no consistency rule. Let's treat it and see how much we really can make by Friday, right? So here it is. Boom. Tuesday's done. Tuesday's done. We're going to go out. We're at $2,494. So we're going to go back. We're going to move on to the 20th of May, right? Boom. 9:27, same time. And we got to move this up to 294. So 2,494 bucks is what we made already. So boom, we're going to go back in. What does it say? I might put in too many numbers. Hold on, y'all. 2,494. Boom. I put in too many numbers. All right, so we're gonna start it off. Boom. All right, so as the market's going, before we even get started, it's almost 9:30. Chat. What we gotta look for here? Pause. We're gonna pause the market right quick. And right now, what we gotta look for? What are we looking for? What are we looking for? If you want to make money, you should know what the fuck you're supposed to be looking for, right? We're looking for the floor and the ceiling, which could be a little tricky, right? Nah, not really. Boom, it's right here. It's right in front of our face. Let's zoom in on it. It's right here. It's right in front of our face, right? And make sure the jug can see over here, and we good over here. So boom. We take our horizontal line, and we draw it across the top. We found our ceiling, and we got to find the floor. The floor would be here, right? All right, boom. So we'll move it down. Here's my floor. So what are we waiting on? We're waiting for a breakout, and then what? Waiting for a breakout either out of the ceiling, or waiting for a breakout either through the floor. That's it. Like I say, I need a preset. Let me say this. So whenever I click on it, let me just make sure. Let me just remove this one. Let me see if I click on it again, it'll be set that way. Yeah, cool. That way I gotta keep changing it. So, what are we waiting on? A breakout either through the floor or the ceiling. We ain't worried about all over here. We ain't doing all of this. We ain't worried about, oh man, what is this trend doing here? We worried about right now. What's happening right now? What can I see right now? What has happened within a time, for me to get ready to get up and get in the markets? You see what I'm saying? So all of these movements right here has happened on the 20th. Every candlestick that you see has happened on the 20th while you were asleep. Now you get ready to get up and the market gets active around 9:30. 9:30, chat. So I want to make sure that y'all can see right here is 9:30. We're going to go ahead and get in. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it out. And we just wait for the breakout, baby. We just waiting for the breakout. We got us a sell here approaching. Could it be a sell or could it be a buy? This is why we do this strategy, so we know. Because it'll trick you so many times, like it's going one way and it'll shoot up the other way, as you just seen earlier. So boom, there's a breakout. Let me slow it down. 250, we're gonna slow it down. We got a few seconds before 9:30. Are we really going down or are we gonna shoot back up? We gotta be secure. But I want to show y'all something too. This is a zone here. So boom, it's buying up, it's buying up. Are we going up or are we going down? You see what I'm saying? Because based off this candlestick right here, you would have thought we were selling. So you get in and the next candlestick take you all the way out. This is why we find support and resistance. This is why. Because you never know which way the market goes. If you never draw this out, you're getting in with a blind eye, and the next thing you know, your account's blown. You don't have no money, and then you got to start from scratch. So now we have to wait because we can't just get in assuming that, hey, it's going this way, and it does this. And this is a whole nother day. This is a whole nother day. We're on the 20th now, right? This strategy is 95% profitable. Listen to me. If you don't want to listen to me and you just want to be the ones that copy the trades, then come copy me because you won't lose. If we do lose, it's because we stayed in too long, but I highly doubt that because nowadays I quickly get out. I don't want the markets to take from me as they have took from many others. See what I'm saying? But you just waiting on the breakout. That's it. Again, we've been pump faked by it almost selling, and then it buys. You see what I'm saying? So now we have to sit here and wait. Some trades, some days it may take longer than 5 minutes or 10 minutes for the trade to go through. Sometimes it may take all the way up to a whole nother 15-minute candle. But you got to stick it out. You got to stay in it until it breaks what? Through the ceiling or through the floor, which is those lines of previous support and previous resistance. It gets no better than this right here. If you don't know how to do this, like I say, just copy me and eventually you'll start learning. Hey, it's very, very simple. All we're doing is finding the top of the market for right now and the bottom of the market for right now. Around 9:30, where volume likes to push. Now, if we have checked the calendar for news, and we should be well equipped on what's going on, right? Boom, we'll get in for a sale right quick. And we'll get in. And boom. We made another what? What's that? What's that, chat? It went from 2,000 and what? $2,494 to $3,322. So why are you not profitable? I got the best fucking strategy ever. I'm just letting y'all know. Right now, up here, to the right of me, let me get it to where y'all can see for the people that's in here. We are now sitting at 53. Come on, man. Why you ain't profitable? Look, that's easy work. Did you see how quick that shit? You get in and you get out. That's it. Move on about your day. Cause now how much you done made? Come on, man. You gotta be real with me, bro. Y'all gotta be real with me. Y'all gotta be real with me, bro. Hold on, give me a second. You made a little over almost $900. Again. Off simple fucking strategies. Simple fucking movements. Fuck out of here, man. I wish the fuck somebody would say, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. When one of my students, I had the other day just banged out $1,500 on one fucking trade. We ain't going with the longest trend. We ain't doing all of that shit. We're not going for that. We getting in and we getting out. So right now, what we got to do is we got to leave. So as of Wednesday, we're sitting at $3,322. We're sitting off of a 50K funded account. We're sitting at $3,322. Starting from 50K. And you'll tell me this strategy don't work. No, it works. You just got to know when to get the fuck in and get the fuck out because the markets move so fucking fast. You don't want to miss it, right? The volume picks up at 9:30 a.m. on the east. If you're in the west, that's 6:30 a.m. So you need to have your ass up in front of the charts, lining the charts up at least 15 to 10 minutes early. If you are a beginner, you need to be in front of the charts at 9:30 so you can analyze what the fuck's going on. If you're an experienced trader, you should be at the charts 10 minutes before 9:30 strikes, right? So you can make this amount of money and move the fuck on about your day. I wish a motherfucker tell me my shit ain't profitable. Fuck out of here. Boom, this is a re-entry. You can double if this shit breaks through here, you can double it. But right now we ain't in here. We gone. So we gonna treat it how I treat it a normally day. I made what I made, boom. We on to the next day. So we did the 20th. As y'all can see, the 20th is up here on the date. Boom, where we going now? The 21st is Thursday, right? So now we got to update this to 53. Boom, so now we up to 53. Honey, y'all know what time it is, man. My back, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm thirsty as hell, to be honest. Forgive me. I'm here talking fast as hell, but where's my water at? Give me a second, y'all. Damn, wife lied and grabbed the damn jug. I ain't gonna worry about it. We good. But anyway, look. Now, we on the what? And it's 9:28 as of right now. We're gonna pause the market check. We're gonna pause the market. Now, here's one that I love. I love to see. Because now you get traders like this. I'm gonna show y'all what type of traders y'all see online. All right, I'm gonna show y'all exactly what type of traders y'all see online. Watch this. These are the people that y'all watch daily. Oh, look at that line. Oh, it's following the trend here. Such and such. It's guaranteeing me. Listen, chat. This is the shit that y'all see online and that y'all hear. These are the people that y'all will listen to. This is a perfect example right here. Apply. We want the line thicker, but we want it white. So apply. And we'll save that as a default too. So if we ever have to use it, we don't. Now, you have people that trade like this, which nothing is wrong with it. Same scenario, basically. It's just with the line drawn this way. If it breaks through, hey, it's a possibility that it's gonna keep going down, you can get out. But you have some people that trades this entire trend. Hey, it's gonna bounce here, and buy up. What? What the fuck? What did you just say? You don't know that for sure? So people will say boom, 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 which I don't know what's gonna happen. I didn't trade this week, to be honest. We on the 21st day of May right now. Boom. And they'll go through, they'll get in right here, they're going in negative, and it may come up through here. So now, instead of sitting for 2 to 3 minutes, or the longest 5 getting in and getting out, they wait until what? Y'all let me know. What do they wait until? Until it does what they think it's going to do, right? So if you go based off their analogy, and we let the markets run. Then we end the trade for a minute because they wanted to stay true to the trend, which nothing's wrong with staying true to the trend, because if you're going to look at the daily will tell you exactly what the trend is. But the one thing that the daily don't tell you is what's happening right now. Right? What's right now? That's 15 minutes. That's 5 minutes. That's 1 minute. Because all the daily shows you is, hey, we're buying up in a trend, and it's just buying. So for the people that don't like to wait the entire day or the entire week to trade, now they're forced to have to sit here and go off of what the longest day is saying or the longest week is saying, and they're hoping it's gonna buy up, which in reality, your fucking account ain't gonna give you enough leverage for you to hold until the daily decides to go back up in that trend. That daily can retrace and still be in the buy, and you can lose the entire account. You can lose the entire account. And that's what we do. That's why I'm here. He said, what, the last 2 months, I'm down big all the time. Jack, you need to subscribe then. You need to subscribe then. We can fix that. Jack? Well, my boy say he laughing. So, I mean, it's true though, chat. It's true. And like I say, Jack, if you want to see it on the bigger screen, I'm live on horizontal as well, so you can go over there if you want to, man, and watch it on the bigger screen. But we can fix that because you're down big. This is why you're down big for the last 2 months. Whoever taught you how to trade wasn't true to themselves, right? See, a lot of people have a lot of money and they can get in and wait. Or they can afford a $200,000 or $150,000 account, a funded account. You see what I'm saying? But this is for the people that can only afford something like a $50, $40 account, funded account, which will get you $25,000 to trade with. This is for the people that can afford a $100 account. They can get you what, $50K to trade with, right? But with your down draw, with your max down draw of 2,000 to lose. So whoever taught you to trade was teaching you wrong because of why? They wanted you to follow it trend based. That's not how the fuck this. I watched a trader sit here and do this shit the other day and lose an entire account. Now I'm not perfect, but I feel like this strategy is. Now I can show you some ways to lose. On this next trade, I might trade it like a rookie, or I might take it how I see it. Let's try it. Let me let y'all guess. All right. So let's get in. We're going to go ahead and we're going to remove this bullshit because to me that shit don't work. I don't give a fuck if this bitch is going at a slant. I don't give a fuck if this going downhill. You still can find a ceiling and a fucking floor. Y'all have been in them cone houses where shit look like this. Yeah. You still can find a ceiling and a floor. But don't let the markets, just because it's going a certain way, or it's at a slant, or it's following in a channel trend, don't let it fool you of thinking that, hey, I can't find a floor or a ceiling. Yes, the fuck you can. Watch. Boom. Right now, as we look at this trade right here, this is what other traders see. Watch the line I draw. This is what other traders see. Which is nothing wrong with it. And then they draw this fucking line. This shit don't even make sense here. They'll draw this, knowing that there's no fucking way in the hell this shit's gonna ever break. Right? This is what other traders see. This right here. He said, how are you? He said, on weekends, he said, how are you trading on weekends? I'm not trading right now on weekends, Jack. What I'm doing is I'm trading on, I'm doing a replay. I've just chose a random week, and what Tradeovate and Tradeify allows you to do is go back in and place real-time trades so you can learn your mistakes and see if your strategy really works. And it lets you put in real-time trades. What I did was go and select a random week that I didn't trade. And we just trade in the week just to show you that this strategy actually works. And I would do this every Saturday if you guys go ahead and subscribe, just to ensure that, hey, make sure we didn't miss anything. And if we did, we can correct the mistakes. This is why I say if you're new around here, you definitely need to subscribe. Fuck what people talking about, some ain't no money in these markets, such and such, a big percentage of the traders fail. No, they don't. What it is, you were just taught wrong, and that's fine. What I'm going to do is help you see where your floor and your ceiling is, because a lot of people don't know what support and resistance is. Right? That's where we at. That's where we at with this. The words are confusing. The fuck is a support? To me, anything of this nature could be a support. It touched here. They say once it touched a few times in a certain area, that's support. Resistance is when it touched multiple times. It could be a support. So what if it's done it both ways? Right? Then what? Right here's a true form of support. 1, 2, 3. It touched 3 times this way. So we can draw a ceiling here, right? To me, it's the ceiling. We're going to find the top of the market for right now, the peak of it. And we're going to find the bottom of the market for right now, right? So it touched a bunch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They'll call that resistance if you don't know what that means, right? It touched a few times in one area, support. It touched a few times in the other area, is resistance. But this can flip, right? The top up here, it can touch multiple times, which would turn the top into a resistance. The bottom, it can touch a few times, which would turn the bottom into a support. You know what I'm saying? That's where the confusion is from. So to eliminate the confusion, let's just find the ceiling and the floor. Whenever it breaks through either one, you shoot a gun, you shoot a bullet through the ceiling, it's going to take a minute to fall. You shoot one through the floor, it's just gone. You have to dig it up, right? So this is, I think it's easier to use it this way versus people getting in, because it's very, very confusing. So let's stop with the confusion. Let's remove all of the bullshit and let's get to the strategy, right? So boom, horizontal line. Here's my ceiling right here. What are we going to do? We're going to draw the ceiling. Boom. Where's my floor? Fuck the way it's trending. Where's my floor? It's in here. Or we can do one better. Let's go lower because it's right here. All right? So if you're up, chat, if I can rewind the clock to about 9:20-ish, nothing's past here. Or not, if I get up around 9, I'll say 9:15. About 9 o'clock, nothing's past this right here. This is your bottom, right? We're still gonna wait till 9:30 to trade, but we're gonna go ahead and draw it out. So boom, what do I see? I see my floor here, which is already broken basically through the floor at 9:28. But volume strikes at 9:30 every day on the East, 6:30 every day on the West. Now that can be choppy shit all the time. We got strategies for that too. But look, let's go ahead. Let's play it. I want to go ahead and kind of narrow down the speed here. I don't want it to go too fast. At least around 250. If I can get 250, 270 will work. But I didn't fucking mean to do that, chat. My bad. Let me go back. It's still right there. It's still drawn up for me, so it's saved. So boom, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait from here to 9:30 to go ahead and get in off 2 contracts. All right. So it's breaking through. Let's get to 29 and we're gonna slow it down. All right, Couple more seconds. So now, boom. 250 is what I like it to be. All right. So we got a few seconds before 9:30 strikes. We can lose this trade, or we can win this trade. I told y'all, I'm gonna let y'all guess on how I'm gonna trade. Pretty much what happened. You got in thinking it was gonna sell early, and then your account is at risk. See what I'm saying? Oh man, I might tap and hit my daily. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do it. But this is what you want to do. You wait for the break. All right? Right now, it's looking like it wanted to sell. Be mindful, I haven't traded these charts. I'm just as new to this as y'all. But we got to be ready at all times. Breaking through for a sale, we get in for a sale. Right? So now we can win or we can lose this trade, which is tricky. What did it do? It broke through, but it went back. See what I'm saying? So now your account's where? Damn near in the negative. Right? On some BS. But since we waiting, right? We waiting it out now. It's causing us to wait too long. When we should have waited for a cleaner breakthrough here, and it would have dropped through here. So now you done lost your trade. You done lost the account. Count blown, chat. Because why? It wasn't clean traffic this way yet. We have to wait for it to break. So now what we got to do, we got to exit this trade. And now the account's gone. It's that simple. Because of why? We wait for the break, but we didn't notice that, hey, it didn't surpass this all the way yet. Right? What happened? So I just want y'all to be sure on how to get in when you're drawing this stuff, because you can win it or you can lose it within a few seconds. This wasn't a clean break. I told y'all I would trade like a rookie, right? Let me pause it. Let me show y'all why I told y'all I was trading like a rookie. This was never my floor. It looked like it because the shit over here looked good. This is how some traders trade. This was always my floor. I moved it. Listen, chat, listen. Because when you get in the markets, you want to find the top and the bottom. Let me zoom in. So now the account gone, you frustrated. Now you revenge trading instead of just waiting. Right? This was never my floor. When I seen it, and a lot of people do this too, when you try and teach them something, I want you to find the high for right now, which is my ceiling, and the lowest for right now. A lot of y'all should have stopped me from trading right then, but you didn't. You let me position this right in here, saying that this was my floor, when it wasn't the lowest point of the market. The lowest point of the market was here the entire time. So because of the time I got up and got onto the charts, right? Because of the time I got up and got onto the charts, which was 2 or 3 minutes late, if I'm an experienced trader, I should see this. But if I'm an inexperienced trader, oh, he said just find your floor and your ceiling. So you just go to what's the nearest bottom that you think is the lowest, which was wrong. When the lowest point is the lowest point. You see what I'm saying? So now, when it surpassed the breakout, it wasn't enough breakout. It was still too close to this candle beside it. We need a secure breakout, meaning it's got to go a little ways, and then we get in. And like I said, we'll break that down, and that's where your rectangles come in handy. That's where you find your zones. So let me show you when shit like this go down, how to find your zone, right? Boom. Let me get back to this. Get this shit straight back. So KPN, how we find our zone? Boom. We go get our square. Because if I'm waking up, chat, and getting into this right here, I'm not getting in it because I'm not gonna get in based off the line, and sometimes you can get in off the line because it is set up that way. The previous trades that I just did, you can go back and rewind the video. That's where you get in with the lines. But if I want to be sure, make sure that, hey, it's gonna break through each of these zones. We got too much going on over here, too much going on right here. I want to go ahead and draw from where it last touched to right in here. So before this candle, what we always want to do is give it a little leeway to break. Because when it's breaking a zone, it can take time, right? So let's remove the line. I'm going to have to move this out of the way. Let's remove the line. I'm just preparing y'all for the markets. That's all I'm doing, chat. That's all I'm doing. So boom, right here. That's my zone because of all of this touching that went on through here, and it wasn't efficient, right? So boom, we're gonna move this line, and we're gonna put our rectangle on top of here because we don't want it to look crazy. Boom, right there to here. So now that we zone the fuck out, right? Move it up just a tad bit. Right in there. So now that we zoned out over in here, we just wait for it to break through the rectangle instead of the line. That's why I'm here today. You can go back and replay this. This is how we judge and find our. Delete this here. This is where we found our. This is another way how we find our floor and our ceiling based on how the trend is going. Right? It was never the lines. I just wanted to show y'all an example of how you would jump in and trade if you wasn't up here watching me trade. Right? So now, since it's in a trend, we know how it's zoning out, right? It's trending this way. This is how we would get in. Let's play through the market. Let's play it through. So 9:30, stuff still moving and still moving and still moving. And like I said, it could take a little minute to break, right? But another thing, being that it was going this way and it kept not falling all the way, we knew, hey, it wasn't going to do a big sell right away. Right? So something else big is coming, but you have to wait on it. Speed it up a little bit. So whichever way it decide to break out, that's what way we going. This is what trading is, though, guys. It's a mental thing, right? Some trades you shouldn't even get in. You see what I'm saying? But hey, we all have that mentality. Hey, I'm getting in, right? I'm getting in. I got to get in. I got to trade today. If you don't see it, get the fuck up, get away, and you just wait until the market goes the way it's supposed to go. That's easy work. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. Momentum is key. Momentum is what we're looking for. We want it to push out of a certain area and have a lot of momentum. Momentum is a long candle, not these little short candles right here. This is good. This will be called a slow day of trading. This will be called a slow start to the morning. So now we will have to wait for it to pick up. And it's like, damn, man, shit's supposed to happen right away. This is why I said this trade was a great example, because now you're forced to wait till, what did you say earlier, KPN? Sometimes you might have to wait for the next 15-minute candle, right? So you might sit here the entire 15 minutes before you can get in. Right? So we're going to sit here, we're going to wait for a break, just how I would any other day, and we'll get in. If it breaks for a sell, if it goes up for a buy, then I'm in. Sometimes nothing happens. You feel me? Sometimes nothing happens. And there we go. Let's see what this candle do. Is this the one that can finally be the push? So like I said, guys, I'm not going to halfway show y'all the strategy and shit like that. And then, hey, end of the video. No, I'm going to show you wins and losses. What could be the reason you lost? What could be the reason you thought it was going that way and then it didn't go that way? What was that reason? Because I always remember, at some point in time of the day, at 9:30 or a little after 9:30, that market going to find volume. So it's just something we live, we live. Normally I would cut it up. We still good over here. Shout out to the people that's still in here, man. I just want y'all to be careful as you're trading. That's why I told y'all to copy me in the morning times and stuff like that, because there'll be times when you will sit through something like this. This is called a slow. Any trader that's been trading for a while, this is called a slow day of trading, a slow start to the morning. Right? But it always at some point picks up. Right now, with the way that this shit was falling, I probably wouldn't have got in right now. I would have left the computer or my phone, and I would have came back once there were movement, right? And it's gonna be mornings like this. Every morning's not gravy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, depending on the sellers and the buyers, that shit can spark around 3 in the morning. But boom, we got a little action. We got a little action, but it's not enough action. What we waiting on, chat? Let me know. Let me know something, chat. What we waiting on? For it to do what? For it to break, right? And what it's doing is testing in its zone again. It's creating support. It's creating support right now. So this is why it's always good to use the rectangle and give it a little breathing room past where it touched here. And once it does what we need it to do, and that's break. Went on the break, push, broke out right there. Right now, chat, is where you take advantage. Press play and get your ass back in the markets and get your fucking face back. That's it, chat. You just wait. You see what I'm saying? Because eventually momentum is going to go the other way eventually. See what I'm saying? But I'm just showing y'all a good strategy. Make sure that you know how to judge your trades, which is what's called risk management. Risk management. My bad, y'all. I told y'all I'm thirsty. You want to enter and make sure that you have enough leverage for it to retrace. Because what can happen is it can push one way and it'll retrace a little bit. But what you want to do is still be way, way more profitable when it comes to catching these trades. Because this shit like this can happen, bro. Shit like this can happen. That's just what it is. I told you this live trading. It can be fun some days and it can scare you most days. So, but overall, chat, just know at the end of the day with this shit, momentum is always going to win. And that's what you look for in these markets. That's all. Don't scare yourself. Don't think that you're wrong because sometimes you could be right. Why do you say you could be right, KPN? Because sometimes we can just get in based off what we got, right? The money, how much money do we have, right? We'll get in thinking that, hey, I think we're good. And you be like, damn, I don't think we good. But like I just told y'all, chat, look, momentum where? Momentum always wins. This pushed up where? Chat, look at that. Shout out to the people that stayed in here to watch this because now you just learned something valuable. You just learned something valuable, chat. Momentum always wins. This is where you should get out. Right here. Boom, get out. And move on with your day. But you risk only enough to where when you risk smaller enough to where you can have leverage to be positive. Meaning that you only lost a few $100 when it retraced all the way down here instead of getting in on a big contract or a big lot size and blowing the account. Right? So when it comes in and it breaks this peak, knowing that it's going to retrace because of what's happening to the left, the trend's falling this way, and it's now breaking which way the trend was going. It's going to take some time. Get in and get out. That's it, bro. That's it, chat. That's it. You will be profitable 95% of the time if you take emotions out of this. And don't be greedy, because greedy causes you to do what? Lose everything you just sat here and waited for. This is why when you get in, you get out, right? Valuable lesson, because shit like this can happen. And you get that message saying, let's exit. Hey, the account's closed. You get that long ass message. Let me slow this down and shit. And now you sitting back, mad, over aggressive, and it's like, man, I gotta wait this out. No, get your ass out. For you won't have an account to trade with, and now you gotta come out your fucking pocket with more money to make money. But overall, you still win. So let's get out of this chat. We're gonna what's the name? Boom. So now we on to the next day. We on to this Friday that everybody's scared of, right? We're gonna keep our balance the same because that was a demonstration of how certain traders can get in the market, lose money, and not make money. That was just a demonstration. So what we doing now, chat? Let me make sure everything's still straight in the chat. I can't see both ends. People still in here. He said, "Is this a scout?" Yes, this is a scout strategy. He said, "How many hours can it take to hit my support or resistance?" If you getting up at 9, it depends on what type of trader you are. If you got questions, go ahead and ask them. It depends on if you. I don't know if you a weekly trader, like I don't know, day, like what. Let me put it this way: what time frame are you using? Are you using 4 hour, daily, hour? Like, let me know, because I trade off the 15, 5, and sometimes I might do the 1 minute, depending on how it looks. So it shouldn't really take hours to hit your support or resistance or to surpass your support or resistance. It should only take a few minutes. He said, I scalped the 1 minute. So it shouldn't be taking you no hour at all. Right? Thing that I like, you should, I don't know. He said, what's the platform? Jack, Tradervate, and I use Traderfy. You can go to Traderfy and get you an account. But See, I'm glad y'all stayed in here because now y'all learned something valuable, bro. Y'all learned something valuable. Um, he said, I scalped the 1 minute. Shouldn't be taking you long at all. That should be pretty. It should hit your support resistance pretty quick. He said, but I think I mix up the analysts at times. Okay. Well, it's good. You need to stay in here. You need to definitely make sure you subscribe. Make a few of y'all some moderators when I get a second. Definitely stick around because of what we like to. I need y'all to double tap the screen too so this can get out to other people. Let me get back out here. Hold on. Access the more. We ain't trading for real. All right, so we're gonna get on to 22. My bad, y'all. I gotta move this around. I gotta get to the next trade. Slide the replay. Let me pause this. But yeah, I can answer a few more questions right quick, and then we get back to it. He said, but I think I mix up the analysts at times. Pretty much, man. I think you should be. I don't know. 10, 16. What the fuck? Hold on, no, the hell? Let me go back. No, we didn't. Hell no. 22nd should be Friday. So yeah, it should be Friday. So try using 5 minute or 15 minute from now on, so you don't mess around and lose money so fast. Because it ain't about really how fast the market can move or how fast you can make it. You just want to be consistent with making the money. So you just, I would say, just to give you time to analyze the chart, to give you time to see what you need to see. What I would do is pretty much, I would switch the time frames, go up to 5 or 1 minute. That'll give you a little bit more time to see exactly what's going on. Because sometime on that minute chart, you can false read and it can shoot the other way, and then you don't either blew your account or you done lost the money that you put into the account. So you don't want to do that. And on Fridays, Chad, let me get back to this. My boy said, Jack said, he said, I tried to use 5 minutes, but I keep trading out the 15 seconds. You need to go to your chart and make sure that it's saying 5 minutes. I've never went that low, so I don't know what that looks like. I've been in between in my earlier stages, the hour, 30 minute, 15, 5, and sometimes 1. But other than that, I mainly stay around 15. And if I like a longer movement, I go to the hour. That way I can get up and leave and let it push how it needs to push. He said, I like entering too early. And that's what this strategy is for. This is why you should sit here, definitely subscribe and watch how I go over the strategy so you don't enter too early and you can get in and get out. And 2, we trade Monday through Friday during the week. I do a live and I do a breakdown video right after the live trade. Okay. So he said, I keep changing the 15 seconds to watch the move and move on stop. Okay, are you using trading? Trading view should only be used to analyze the chart. You should be definitely using something else, maybe MT5 or something like that to trade. Definitely should be doing that. But like I say, I do funded accounts over here. You can go to the funded account prop firm, use whatever they allow you to use, and then what you could do after that is pretty much, give me a second, check. Use their prop firm and use their I'm getting twisted in the head. Y'all. Give me a second. Y'all can use their platform of whatever thing that they use, whether it's TradingView or anything else, but you should definitely have a separate TradingView tab open to go over there and analyze the charts. Then you jump back in to where you're trading. That way you don't get it mixed up and try to watch it from both, and then you end up entering off of another time, and then you blow your account. You don't want to do that. He said, I use AI two-leg strategy. I don't know who that is. He said, but most of my winnings, he said, Trades were aggressive ones, though I want to break out that habit. And we're going to break that habit. So let me get back to this strategy game. This is important. This is important, guys. You have to stop overthinking the markets. That's what it is. That's essentially what it is. You overthinking the market. Trust me, I went through a lot of losing days. Trust me. But see, me, I wanted to learn. I wanted to sit through and learn. Right? I didn't want to not know what the fuck I was doing. Right? Even when you copy trading from somebody, learn what they're doing. Because one day that person may be too sick to go live to get a trade off. Maybe they have to take a day because of family emergencies and stuff, and like, because life goes on, right? You need to learn what these people are doing, whether it's me, whether it's somebody else. Learn their strategy, even if you're making money, because at the end of the day, you want to make it on your own. He said, I trade off my phone, but you're right, it's hard switching. He said it's hard switching charts and my positions. Yeah, definitely, most definitely. Most definitely, Jack. That's why I told you you got to open a separate tab and then you go and analyze. You shouldn't really be looking at TradingView, but one time. That's to check the daily off of this strategy. Where is it going? What is the candle for that day? Because it goes off the daily candle. Fuck the trend. If that daily candle is green right here, like this is green, then it's gonna move off of that candle. Now, whether that candle buys up, rejects, retrace, all types of shit. That's the candle that you pay attention to, right? We don't give a fuck about how long the chart has been going up because we're not weekly trading. We're day traders, and a lot of us scalp trade. This is a form of scalp trading, so you don't have to be in the markets for a long period of time, right? So you have to only go to TradingView just to look at the daily and say, hey, we got a long buy. We're just going to watch to see if that counter retraces or it goes up or it stays full, right? So I want to give y'all a little task for the ones that's in here. Every morning before you start your trade, right? Or you can do it now. You can do this right now. I guarantee you can do this right now. Go to the daily chart. Look at the previous candle, right? Good example right here. Now we're going to get back to the strategy. Let me zoom in. I want to make sure y'all can see it on the phone. Good example. This big candle right here, right? So let's say if this candle on the daily had went all the way up, right? That means that this 15-minute would have bought all the way up. If that daily counter rejects, that means that the 15-minute is now selling all the way down. The 5-minute is now selling all the way down. The 1 minute is now selling all the way down, right? That's the strategy, guys. It's not, you just go over there to see, hey, what candle am I going off of? If the daily is in a sell position this way, like this one right here, perfect example because they come in like this on the daily. Look at my mouse. This candle, let me get closer because I want to make sure I can see it. This candle on the daily was selling full, then that means the 15-minute is selling full. This even reigns true for the hour. The 15-minute is selling. The 5-minute is selling. The 1 minute is selling. You get what I'm saying? If it retraces up to here on the daily, that means it's buying. Listen to me. The market is buying, and with this much of a retracement on the daily, pretty much, they can switch the whole fucking direction of the 15-minute chart, the 5-minute chart, the 1 minute chart. Listen to me, guys. I'm telling you, I see this shit all the time. And what he say? He said, I use Wealth Trade. Do I still need to use Trading View? Whatever you can use to see where you should get in at, use it. But have don't use what your trading platform or your trading platform for you to enter trades and then switch to another time frame to watch and see how this is moving, because now once you do that, you've now switched your trade from 15 minutes to 5 minutes. So now that trade is going to react off of the 5 minute and the 1 minute or 15 seconds, like you said, because you're in a physical trade and you want to see if it's going to keep going one way. So now the market is reacting like you placed the trade in that time frame. Trust me, I went through it. If motherfucker think I'm lying, I'll show you right here. I'm telling you, don't do it, bro. He said I trade off my phone. Okay, better. But let's get back to it, man. Let's get back to the strategy, man. So basically, we want to find our floor and our ceiling here. It's Friday. And like I said, I told you I'm going to keep the balance the same, because the other one was an example of how you can get in, badly trade, and then mess up all types of shit. So now, boom, we want to find our previous support and resistance, which would be our floor and our ceiling. We ain't looking to the left right now. We want to really focus on what's happening within this circle right here, right? I don't know if I can draw a circle. Let me see. I might can. I got a circle shape. Okay, so we want to focus on what's happening in this area right here. That's it. This whole area, this is what we're focused on. We don't give a fuck what's happening over here. Let's make sure that y'all can see it. Yeah, we don't care. What we want to know is what's happening. All right, y'all. My bad. Thing had died on me. But we back. My bad. Come on back in here. But for all the people that was here, man, what we'll do is we'll go back over this here. So my bad, y'all. My bad. So give me 1 second, check. Give me 1 second. Trying to do something on this other end. We let the people get back in here, then we'll finish it off. Type this in right here. All right, chat. Come on back in here. Y'all. My bad about that. My bad, y'all. The damn phone died on me. We in here, chat. We in here. Hold on, let me do it like this. That'll work. All right, y'all. So, all right, y'all. So, like I said, what we want to do is focus on this section alone right here. Shout out to the live chat. And what we want to do is we'll get in if it breaks out through this rectangle, which would be the ceiling. If it breaks out through this rectangle, which would be the floor. So what we're going to do is go ahead and all we want to do is wait for it to break. And then once it breaks through, we'll go ahead and we'll get in at 9:30 though. Chat 9:30. It's 9:28 right now, and what we want to do is get in at 9:30. Remember that 9:30. That's when the volume pushes the most. And what we want to do is push out of the top area. A few seconds left. And this is how we'll make our money. We just got to wait for it to push up. We wanted to buy or sell through the floor or the ceiling, but the circle is what we're paying attention to. All right, let's get it. Let's go. Let's see. Wherever it's go, we're going to get in. All right, there. And boom, we get in now. But yeah, chat. That's normally how we do it, man. That's how we do it, and that's how you make your money, man. That's how you make your money. You get in and you get out. But that's it, chat though, man. That's it for that live, man. Hey, look, y'all come through next time. I'm sorry if this thing went out on y'all. Just pick it back up, run it back through, and it'll pick back up. But that's how y'all get in and get out. Shout out to the new subscribers, man. Let's go.